boy slipped by accident and fell straight into the pool. The uncle didn't see anyone, so he turned off the lights. An orca noticed what was happening. It used its body to hold him up and pushed him toward the shore. Soon, the boy woke up. He coughed out the water and felt nothing but gratitude. The next day, the boy suddenly heard a piercing scream. He ran straight to the aquarium. There, he saw the orca tied up. While the staff were paying attention, the boy quietly untied the ropes. The orca was finally free. The manager saw everything. Instead of blaming the boy, he nodded in silence. That's because the boss had bought a huge insurance policy for the orca. They tied it up just to run a physical check. If it died by accident, the boss would get $1 million. Later, the boy and the orca's performance became a massive hit. The chemist removed the boss. He decided to invest in promotions and turn the orca into a star. He wanted to make a fortune off this orca. The new duo quickly attracted huge crowds and the aquarium was packed every day. Kids pressed against the glass, constantly banging on it. This was the first time the orca had ever faced so many people. It was clearly nervous. The show began, and the boy walked onto the stage. But the orca stayed underwater and refused to come out. The audience started losing patience, and the boos grew louder. Some people told the boy to get off the stage, but the orca still didn't show up. The boy was humiliated in public and walked away with his head down. Suddenly, the orca slammed into the kids banging on the glass. Screams exploded across the viewing area, and the show completely spiraled out of control. At that moment, a staff member noticed a loose screw. He realized this was a chance to fake an accident. As long as the orca died, $1 million would be theirs. That night, several employees made their move. They cut every single screw holding the glass in place. What they didn't know was that the boy saw everything. The pool started leaking. The boy rushed to find the manager for help. Looking at the orca trapped in the pool, the boy made a decision. He was sending it back to the ocean. The manager didn't hesitate. He was done being controlled by the boss. When the trainer learned the truth, he immediately opened the water valves to buy time for the orca. The manager drove the forklift over and pushed the stretcher into the water, but the orca refused to come near it. Cracks started forming in the glass downstairs. Seawater rushed in, and the water level was dropping fast. Without thinking, the boy jumped into the pool. He swam up to the orca, spoke softly, and slowly guided it onto the stretcher. Time was running out and the water was almost gone. The boy desperately secured the steel cables. Finally, they managed to lift the orca out. Just then, the boss got the cold. He immediately ordered everyone to move and get it back, otherwise they'd all be fired. Before sunrise, the manager drove them to the dock, but the boss was already waiting there. He was ready to stop them on the spot. The boy's dad slammed the gas, pushing the car to max speed. The employees tried to block them, but it was useless. Without hesitation, Dad reversed the car straight into the ocean. This orca, he gave up the car he loved most. But the orca had been without water for too long, it could barely move. The boss and his men rushed forward, tried to take it back. Dad stood in front, using every bit of strength to stop them. He didn't want to let his kid down. Finally, the orca regained a little strength. The boy told it to swim into the deep ocean. "I love you." That was his final goodbye. Just then, two fishing boats pulled up a giant net. The net blocked the path to freedom, but the boy didn't give up. He ran to the other side, screaming the orca's name. He believed the orca could break through and be free again. The orca answered his call. It dug deep, gathering every bit of strength it had. The boy waved his arms, guiding the way. The next second, the orca burst out of the water. Using every ounce of power, it leapt into the air. Its massive body soared and did high -5 to the boy mid-air. In the end, the orca ultimately became free, back to the world where it belonged.